baby bus.
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador!
A big crisis for little Piggums' nose. When school ended for the day, the students of Sunflower Kindergarten began to file out and head home in droves. And after finishing his safety lesson, Sheriff Labrador stood there, stroking his chin in deep thought.
What should I have for dinner? Maybe I can go get some pasta with Dobie.
Sheriff Labrador was about to call Officer Doberman when Miss Lop Rabbit sprinted over, panting.
Sheriff Labrador! It's terrible! Just awful! Mr. Pig!
What happened to Mr. Pig?
La la la! Mr. Pig and Black Bear are arguing at the school entrance.
What?
Sheriff Labrador immediately followed Miss Lop Rabbit to the school entrance.
I am furious! Stop, you silly bear!
Oh, I didn't do it!
Mr. Pig, please, calm down. What's the matter?
Look, my son!
Father Pig angrily pointed to Little Piggums. Little Piggums was crying, his face swollen like a big watermelon, and his small hands covering his nose.
Black Bear punched my son!
I didn't do it, Sheriff Labrador! He's got it all wrong! I never touched Little Piggums!
All right, calm down, guys. Let me first take a look at Little Piggum's face.
Sheriff Labrador moved forward and looked at Little Piggum's face carefully. He saw that Little Piggum's nostrils were beet red and swollen, and his forehead felt hot. Even worse, Little Piggums was even unable to pronounce certain words clearly.
Something's wrong. Little Piggums doesn't look right. Miss Lop Rabbit, please take Little Piggums to the infirmary now.
Okay, Sheriff Labrador.
Miss Lop Rabbit picked up Little Piggums and carried him to the infirmary hurriedly. Sheriff Labrador stood between them, holding the furious Father Pig in one hand and Black Bear in the other, and earnestly implored,
Mr. Pig, what makes you think Black Bear punched Little Piggums?
Just now, I arrived to pick up Little Piggums from school, and I heard him crying from across the street. I quickly ran over and saw that my kid's face was swollen, and the only one anywhere near him was Black Bear. If he didn't do it, then who did? Did my son's face swell up on its own?
Oh, I didn't do it! It wasn't me!
Black Bear, tell me, what happened?
Oh, I'm telling the truth! I didn't punch Little Piggums! I just asked Little Piggums for a cookie!
Huh? Black Bear scratched his head sheepishly, and his big black face turned bright red.
When I passed the kindergarten, I saw the cookie in Little Piggum's hands, and it smelled really delicious. I wanted to ask him where he got it from and whether I could have a piece. I really wanted to try it.
Huh? I can't believe an adult would ask a child for a cookie. I'm not buying it.
It's true! I was embarrassed. But the cookie smelled so delicious. But the cookie he gave me had boogers on it. I noticed Little Piggums was picking his nose while eating cookies. Oh my! It was pretty yucky. So I didn't eat the cookie.
Picking his nose?
Yeah, that's right. I saw it with my own eyes. Little Piggums was digging in his nose like he was looking for buried treasure, and then it just started to swell up. Trust me, Sheriff Labrador, I didn't do anything bad.
After hearing Black Bear's explanation, Sheriff Labrador frowned, and his facial expression immediately became serious.
Father Pig, does Little Piggums have a habit of picking his nose?
he does have a bad habit of picking his nose. I tried to get him to stop, but he just kept on doing it. He wasn't willing to change. And, well, I thought it was no big deal, so
No safety issue can be ignored. Little Piggum's nostrils are extremely red and swollen, and he also has a fever. Based on his symptoms, I think it was his habit of picking his nose that caused nasal inflammation. To put it simply, he's got an infection from picking his nose, which could be very dangerous. Father Pig, we should get Little Piggums to the hospital as soon as possible.
Huh? I never thought the nose picking could cause such serious consequences.
Father Pig was stunned and very concerned. As he was speaking, Miss Lop Rabbit rushed over in a hurry.
Bad news! The school doctor said we need to get Little Piggums to the hospital right away. He has an infection from picking his nose.
Hurry up! Hop in my car!
Sheriff Labrador drove Little Piggums to the hospital. After a doctor's examination, Little Piggums was diagnosed with having nasal inflammation caused by nose picking.
Woo! Sheriff Labrador, thank you for your help. The doctor said, had you not driven Little Piggums to the hospital so quickly, he might have been in serious danger.
Mr. Pig, nose picking is a bad habit that should be taken seriously. In fact, it can lead to serious consequences. You need to help Little Piggums break the habit of picking his nose soon. Woof!
I got it.
Mini episode on safety. Woof!
Mr. Black Bear, here are some cookies for you. This time, my hands are clean. I do not pick my nose.
Whoa! I'm so touched! That was very thoughtful of you. Thank you, Little Piggums.
You finished it already? Great! Now I can pick my nose.
Oh, stop it! Little Piggums! You should get rid of that awful habit of picking your nose. Don't you remember what Sheriff Labrador said?
Oh, but my nose itches!
Little Piggums, nose picking is a dangerous behavior. Time to learn safety with Sheriff Labrador. The nose has a very rich vascular supply, many of those vessels leading to the brain. Once damaged or infected, they may transmit bacteria and toxins directly to the brain. If not treated in time, this sort of inflammation can even cause intracranial infections and other serious consequences. When you experience mild nasal discomfort, you can rinse your nose with water.
Rinse your nose with clean water.
That's right. If you experience severe symptoms, be sure to go to the hospital right away. Take your medication as prescribed and never pick your nose repeatedly so as to avoid severe infection.